Hi guys, just touching base quickly. I've been seeing a neurologist today. I was referred there because of the seizure I had in October, but my GP said that I should take to him all of my symptoms that don't add up. He's doing a brain scan and he's going to do an EEG, which is what we expected because of the seizure. So my mum's really happy about that. But the rest of my symptoms that I kind of mentioned to him, like my tremor, my problems urinating that I've been told aren't due to nerve compression in my spine, my pain itself to a certain extent, these are all non-related neurological symptoms that he said are unlikely to indicate disease. So he thinks it's unlikely that there is going to be an additional neurological cause for my bladder stuff and my pain. He's just investigating the seizure. That's fair enough, isn't it? It is fair enough. And I'm not, asking for him to take me on, if you like. But my GP did say that he wanted someone to kind of take charge and look at everything and treat me holistically. And he honestly thought the neurologist would be that person. So I'm a little bit disappointed that he didn't really want to listen. He wanted to deal with the seizure. And I'm quite happy, if you like, that he said, oh, it's just one seizure, you probably won't have another one, we'll do an EEG and an MRI to check. I'm quite happy with that, and I'm quite happy if he says, oh, well, there's no signs of anything, I'm quite happy to say that it was a one-off. I think it was because I'd just come off carbamazepine after being on anti-seizure medication for nearly 18 months. I think my baseline electrolyte, my electric balance in my brain was just a bit off, and I had one because I wasn't taking anything to suppress it. He said that he liked the idea, in theory, it was a great theory, but there was no way that he could ever prove that, so he needed to do everything else. Yeah, I didn't like the way he spoke to me about my medicine use. I didn't like the way he responded when I told him what I did. I felt a lot of judgment there. At one point he did say, in no unsimple terms, if you stop taking painkillers, a lot of your problems will go away. Now, I'm in this situation at the moment where my current pain management isn't enough. I'm now, wanting to take more steroids, and I'm wanting to step up in a sensible way that hopefully won't include moving on to morphine or fentanyl, because I don't want to go back there. When I used it before, it was a temporary measure while I was waiting for my surgery. So it was for a finite amount of time, and the only other way it would be finite in practice is if you're using it in palliative care. Now, I've said it before, unfortunately, as much as I sometimes would love it to, this pain isn't going to kill me, it's just going to ruin my life for a bit more. It's not a finite amount of time that I can definitely guarantee I would be using stronger meds for. Although I would like to think that I would just need it to get through this year of training. Now, there's someone at work whose opinion I value greatly. I love her. Simple as. She's like my work mum. And she says that I need to think like the patient. There must be a better quality of life for me somewhere, in a different drug, in a different management situation, and I need to stop thinking like a pharmacist and stop putting barriers up where there don't need to be. What today's done is that it's proved to me that my fears aren't completely unfounded. I said I use very strong opiates, my pain is incredible, my life is varying levels of horrendousness, and I loathe my life. I absolutely hate living. And his response was, the judgment was that I shouldn't be a pharmacist. I just need a minute, I'll be back in a minute.